Hey guys, Ryan here, and today we're bringing you a replay in the KV2 Tier 6 Soviet Heavy Tank. We're going to be on Scorpion Pass. It's going to be Assault Mode, and I am defending. Now obviously, the KV2 is classed as a Tier 6, but lots of people, myself included, like to think of it as a Tier 8. And in this game, I'm going to show a little bit of why. Now in this game, I actually platooned with someone new. I'm platooned with Tango. And you're going to hear me refer to him as Tony in this. And Tony's one of my subscribers. And he messaged me, and we just started playing together. And he'll be the first to admit he's not the greatest player, but that is completely irrelevant when playing World of Tanks with people. At least for me, if someone's good to talk to, I'm happy to play with them. And me and Tony spent a good few hours playing WOT last night, just talking shit, basically. And even whilst talking shit, we can get good results. Because it's not all just tactics when I'm in a party with someone. You'll just, every so often, throw out a couple tactics. But most of the time, you just talk shit and just casually play World of Tanks, which is the best way to play it, in my opinion. So, important thing to note at the beginning of this game, our top tier light tank has just killed himself. LTTB. Our bottom tier light tank has just killed himself. They weren't platooned together, obviously, because they're different tiers, so that's quite interesting. So, but even so, I'm in a KV2, and Tony's in his Dicker Max. 300 Alpha on a Tier 6 TD with good gun depression, good gun handling, good camo. I've never played it, but it sounds like a pretty decent tank, and Tony rates it quite highly. So the position I'm at right now, I like to come here on Assault Mode for multiple reasons when defending. You can look down the 1-2 line, the 3-4 line, and that little ridge where light tanks set. Big 800 Alpha shell into the light tank. That was a low roll, by the way, with the high explosive. So basically, you can watch the two lines and that little hill to see if anyone's coming down this way. As well as that, you're close to base, so if someone tries to cap, you're not so far away you can't decap. So I really like this little position. Already can hit you if you move too far out, I'm quite aware of that. But the other light tanks now trapped in a shitty position. I'm going to aim in. Another 800 damage. And you see, the artillery just tried to hit me. So backing up, 2 shots, both for 800 damage. Very nice. We made up for the fact that our 2 light tanks killed themselves by getting rid of 2 of their light tanks. Or sorry, light and a medium. But either way. Now you may have noticed I do carry AP on this tank. That is entirely for overmatch purposes. At Tier 6, there's a lot of tanks that could be overmatched with 152mm guns. So, just in case you need to overmatch someone who's side scraping, I bring AP shells. Hit the side of a tank there for over 400. Just still really good for a non-penning shot. And you'll see, I'm actually reversing out. I'm trying to kind of reverse side scrape this. The T29 and Bloodprint both have really good penetration, so they can pen me basically straight through the turret. Although my turret is angled, so if they hit a bit to the left or right, they won't be able to pan me. And you'll see, what I said earlier about this position, I was looking at the 3-4 line, and now I'm watching the 1-2 line. I missed 45 TP, only doing 150 damage. And the nice thing about watching the 1-2 line from this spot is artillery cannot hit you. If you look at the map, I feel safe coming here because I've got Tony at the back, so if an enemy pushes around the other side, Tony will spot him and have shots at him. Bounced 45 TP, and unfortunately I missed that shot. Now I do notice that heavy tank on the K line, and I do actually point that out to Tony, just in case, because he'll probably have shots at him first. Now T29, obviously one of the best tanks in the game, tier for tier. Again, trying to get the penning shot on the side, but I only hit him for, I say only hit him for 400, it's still really good. The nice thing about T29 is, or should I say the nice thing about KV2 is, even if T29 gets hull down, these high explosive shells will slowly whittle him away. So even a hull down T29 I can fight against in the KV2. Got a nice bit of spotting assistance there in my KV2, thanks to artillery I believe it was. And I hit some piece of cover in the way of the black print, which is quite a shame because that probably would have killed them. Well, not too fussed at the moment, I've still got all my hit points. And the thing is, I don't really have any pressure on me because they're the ones who have to push. I don't have to push. Now, you're going to see, I'm looking at T29, and the thing is, I really want to get a shot at the T29 because it has 76mm side armor, meaning, if I can get a side shot on him, I can pen him with high explosive. Now, he's an American tank, so the tracks are quite large on the side, so there's a good chance to hit the tracks, but there is the potential that I can pen a T29 in the side. You see, I'm trying to aim for the rear side shot. I don't see it, so I just go for the turret. And you see, I know it's side turret, but 300 plus damage on the turret of a T29 with high explosive. Very, very nice. Now see, it's actually a fairly close game at the moment. I do notice the heavy tank actually snuck up behind me now. Same one from the hill. And I'm just going to pre-aim. I'm going to wait for him because I know he's about to pop back up. I do miss, bit of a snipe shot, and I'm going to try and reverse angle. But thankfully, he's got the derp gun, and you'll see just how slow those shells move. Thankfully, Tony and his Dicker Max is coming over, a couple other teammates are going over to help him. I'm going to keep my gun there just in case. And then I realise they can handle him. I'll go back to focusing the T29 and his friends over on 1-2 line. Now see, I see the side armor, and I'm really... T29 starts moving, and I really want to get a shot at him. But, look what happens now. I realise that's the ass of a T29, so I'm trying to pre-aim for the ass shot. And I damage his engine, but I don't pen him. It's a heartbreak. I was so wanting to... Because it's the best tank in the game, tier for tier, it would have been sweet justice to pen him with a KV2 high explosive shell, but unfortunately RNG wasn't with me on that one. It wasn't to be, which is quite sad, but again, 400 damage on a T29 and breaking his engine. Very nice. Now, it's actually quite close. Now you're going to see they have an ISM, which is very scary. A T29 is again quite scary. And an Ashhorn. Now we don't have to push because we're defending. And the other thing is, the reason I'm waiting is I'm actually expecting them to push me. And at this point, Tony's asking where he should go, and I'm just asking him to look around the other side in case any of the enemies, like the Nashhorn, the T29, or the ISM, are coming around that side of the map. So you'll see Tony's going around on the mini-map to have a look, and he doesn't spot anyone. Now, as I said, I'm waiting here because I'm expecting them to push, because they have to push if they want to win. But you're going to notice that no one's actually pushing yet. The T29 retreated and he's just not shown up. Like, so I'm thinking he's doing a flanking maneuver, or they don't have that much time. ISM gets spotted, he's up on that little hill. I do get spotted, I'm not fucked, the ISM don't have a shot at me, and you see, I don't really have a shot at him then. Nashorn gets spotted. I'm going to aim in, and you're going to see what happens here. I'm going to pre-aim him because he's moving, and right as I fire, he's going to stop. But my shell pretty much hits the tip of his gun and finishes him off anyway, so that was a terribly aimed shot because I was pre-aiming in front of him, but the RNG that failed me on the ass shot in the T29 came back to help me there, so, you know, I can't complain. Now, I'm on 2 kills, trying to look at the ISM. And now, Tony's got the kill on the ISM. That means he's on 3 kills, and I'm on 2. So I've just looked at there, and I've noticed we can get brothers in arms here. So I'm now trying to race with all my Soviet might to try and go get the T29. Not only do I want the kill for the brothers in arms, I feel like I'm owed this kill, because I feel like he should have been dead when I shot him in the engine deck earlier. I feel quite aggrieved that didn't pan. I think I might splash just underneath his engine. So I'm desperately willing the KV2 to drive. This is where I need the speed of the Dreadnought, really, but at tier 6, that speed would be OP. Because at tier 7 on the Dreadnought's OP, but you're going to see, as my teammates are going around, thankfully, I know this sounds bad, but the enemy T29 manages to kill our T29, which is actually quite good for me. He also puts a shot in, because I knew I wouldn't be able to kill him with a turret shot when he was on 500 health, but thankfully, since the teammates put him down, I could. And that was 3 kills for me, meaning brothers in arms. And now in this tier 8 game, on a map I don't really like too much, this was a game where, thanks to firing HE, 78,000 profit, 3,800 damage, 900 assistance, 3 kills, high caliber, the ace tanker, attestated brothers in arms, and this was actually an ace tanker for both me and Tony. I'll say me and Tony actually did the most damage on both teams. So, very nice fun game there with him. I got 2200 base XP, he got almost 1900 in the Dicker Max, very nice. And just, again, it was just great to get a game like this when, throughout the party, for most of it, we were just talking complete and utter bollocks, and that's what gaming is to me. You just talk shit with your mates, and by playing casually, I feel like it helps you play a bit better. You're not stressing over things, although to be fair, when you're in a KV2, it's hard to stress over anything, and just, I haven't played the KV2 enough, so it was nice to play it again, and it feels great to bring another video to you in it, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.